now, it's probably something like, "Ah, damn, look at all these people here for me," something along those lines. A few things that I truly appreciated about Dan was this is one man that spoke the truth. If you wanted to know what he thought about something, he'd tell you. And he really told you like it was. And I believe for myself, Danny, Eric, I made a stronger man because of that. We had a great childhood. If some of you are familiar with where we grew up, it was, the house is still there. Danny and Laura still live there, and there's the woods section to the side, which was always fun to play in. Minus picking up sticks. Eric, Danny, and Laura will understand that joke. We had several beach trips. I mean, if it was day trips to Bolivar, Dan kind of coordinated that, had some good times there. Going to Tennessee at the time, that was one of the furthest vacations I'd ever been a part of or driven to, and that was quite the experience. Some good memories from that as well. At our house, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, this kind of stuff we grew up on. I know Sheila's here. Apologize for any noises or crashing in your yard that probably had taken place as well. One story that kind of stuck out, and a good friend of mine, Brian, is in the back here today. I was 16 years old. Carly kind of touched base on, he had a temper, and yes, he did. So I was 16 years old, had my driver's license for probably a few months. Brian was over at the house, and it was time to take him back home. At this time, Eric, Danny, and Laura were young. I don't remember, I guess 12 to 8 years old or so. And it was a long, narrow driveway. And I told Tram, I was like, hurry, get in, jump in. We don't want the kids to go. So we get in, and I'm backing down the driveway, and all three kids are running at us, wanting to go. So I accelerate to get out faster. Well, I hit this tree. The tree is no longer there. But the funniest part, I never forget, Laura stood there, and her eyes, she saw what happened, and did one of those things. So I was mortified. But Dan came around, and I'm dead. I'm just dead. I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I was shocked. There wasn't a lot of yelling. I think Dan, I'm assuming, took it like, you know what, I was young too. I had my mistake kind of thing. And I was shocking when I couldn't believe it wasn't that big of trouble. So that was a good one. Another one, this was in college, and this to kind of show the sweeter side of Dan. All through college, I had to pay college tuition on my own, student loans, etc. And I was going to U of H one semester, and I don't know exactly what happened. Paperwork wasn't processed correctly, etc. But I didn't have the money for that semester, so I started looking at some community colleges. I was really panicked. I didn't know what I was going to do that semester. I remember going to Mom and Dan's house that night just to kind of fill them in, and there was no question. Dan asked how much it was. At that time, I think it was a couple $1,000, and he wrote me a check right there, which was that was the other side of Dan, and I'll never forget that. I think it's also I'll close in. There's some comfort in my heart knowing that he's with his father. If you know, he's very close to his cousin Toby, who passed in December. So I kind of picture all three of them up above, looking down on us. And most importantly, he's in no pain, which I think we all can appreciate. And I'll note, I don't want to steal your thunder, but on behalf of the family, under these circumstances, I really appreciate everybody coming out. I know this means a lot to him, so thank you very much.